When it's the devil himself rapped to me. It's suicide.
Hello? Don't shout. Please tell me not to shout.
Why shouldn't you shout? Is there something funny about you? Are they after you?
All right, I'll tell. The iron shirts are after me. Hide our merchandise! Why didn't you say so right away? If they catch her, they'll make mincemeat out of her. Get out of my way. I've got to cross this bridge. You can't! That precipice is 2,000 feet deep. Those men are worse. Even with the rope being no use, we could hold it up with our hands, but then we'd have to do the same for the iron shirts.
They're getting near. But you can't take the child onto that bridge. It's sure to break. And look!
2,000 feet! I must cross this bridge. You can't do it. Risk your life without a child. With the child, she's just that much heavier.
Maybe she's really got to get across. Give me the child. I'll hide it. Cross the bridge alone.
I won't. We belong together. Live together, die together. I'll try without the rope.
You're tempting God.
Please throw the stick away. They'll get the rope and follow me. She made it?
I still think it was a sin.
You! Seen a woman with a child?
No.
Yes, there. But the bridge won't carry you. You mustn't be afraid of the wind, Michael. He's a poor thing, too. He has to push the clouds around all day, and he gets quite cold doing it.
7 days. The sister Krishnabhashana's journeyed, and down the slope she journeyed. When I enter my brother's house, she thought, he will rise and embrace me. Is that you, sister? You will say. I have long expected you. This is my dear wife, my farm come to be by marriage, with 11 horses and 31 cows. Come, sit at our table with your child and eat. The brother's house was in a lovely valley. When the sister arrived, she was ill from walking. The brother rose from the table.
Where have you come from, Grisha?
Across the Jenga to past the Bertolt.
I found her in front of the hay barn. She has a child with her.
This is my wife, Annika.
Weren't you in service in Nuka?
Yes, I was.
Well, wasn't it a good job? You were told it was.
Governor got killed.
Yes, we heard there were riots. Remember, Annika, your aunt told us?
Well, here with us, it's very quiet. City people always want something going on.
Is there a father? I thought not. We must think of something. She's religious.
You have a child with you.
It's mine.
Well, I mean, she's ill. What are we going to do?
Sit down, sit. I'm sure it's just weakness. Don't worry, Annika.
Well, as long as it's not scarlet fever.
She would have spots if it were. I'm sure it's only weakness. Don't worry. Better sitting down?
Is the child hers?
Yes, mine.
She's on her way to see her husband.
I see. Well, you should sit down too. You've been working in the farm all day. You have weak ankles. You know how I worry. If your husband isn't in the city, where is he?
She got married on the other side of the mountain, she says.
On the other side of the mountain. I see.
I think I should lie down somewhere on the birthday.
If it's consumption, we'll all get it. Has your husband got a farm?
He's a soldier.
But he's coming into a farm, a small one, from his father.
Well, isn't he in the war? Why not?
Yes,
when the war is over, he'll return to his farm.
But you're going there now?
Yes, to wait for him.
Farm of soldiers.
It's scarlet fever!
Yes, he's got a farm.
When will he come back? Wars put out again, as people are saying.
You'll get a bed in a minute. She has a good heart, but wait until after supper.
Take him.
But you mustn't stay here along with the child. She's religious.
The sister was so ill, the cowardly brother had to give her shelter. Summer departed, winter came. The winter was long, the winter was short. People mustn't know anything. Rats mustn't bite. Spring mustn't come.
Michael, we must be clever. If we can make ourselves as small as cockroaches, the sister-in-law will forget we're even here. Then we can stay till the snow melts.
What are you doing muffled up like coachmen, you two? Is it too cold in the room?
It's not too cold, Liberté.
That's good. If it's too cold, you shouldn't be in here with the child. Annika would never forgive herself. I hope our priest didn't question you about the child.
He did, but I didn't tell him anything.
Good. I've been meaning to speak to you about Annika. She has a good heart, but she's very, very sensitive. People need only mention our farm and she's worried. One time, our milkmaid went to church with a hole in her stocking. Ever since then, Annika has worn 2 pairs of stockings to church. Are you sure there are no rats? If there were rats, you couldn't stay here. What is that? Dripping?
It must be a barrel leaking.
Yes, it must be a barrel. You've been here, what, 6 months now? Was I talking about Annika? You wouldn't believe how worried she gets about your soldier husband. Suppose he comes back and can't find her, she says, and stays up late at night worrying. He can't come back until spring, I tell her. The dear woman. When do you think he'll come back? What do you think? You don't think he'll come back at all. But when the snow melts here and on the passes, you can't stay on. There's already talk of an illegitimate child. Grusha, the snow is melting on the roof. Spring is here.
Yes.
I'll tell you what we'll do. You need a place to stay, and because of the child, you need a husband so people won't talk. Now, I've made cautious inquiries. Grusha, I've found you one. There's a peasant woman from the other side of the mountain. She has a small farm, and she's willing.
But I can't marry. I must wait for Simon Shashava.
That's all been taken care of. You don't need a man for real. You need a man on paper. The son of this peasant woman is going to die. Isn't that wonderful? And it's all in accordance to our plan. A husband from the other side of the mountain. When you met him, he was at his last gasp. So you're a widow. What do you say?
It's true. I could use the stamps on it for Michael.
Stamps make all the difference. Without something in writing, the Shah couldn't prove he's a Shah.
How much does the peasant woman want?
400 piastres.
Where will you find it?
Annika's milk money.
No one would know us there. I'll do it.
I'll let the peasant woman know.
Michael, you make a lot of work. I came by you as the pear tree comes by sparrows. And because a Christian bends down to pick up a crust of bread, so nothing will go to waste. Michael, it would have been better had I left you that Easter Sunday in Nuka in the second courtyard. Now I am a fool.
The bridegroom was on his deathbed when the bride arrived. The bridegroom's mother was at the door telling the bride to hurry. The bride brought along the child, and the witness hid it during the wedding.
can't matter to him in his condition.
In his condition, oh, I'll never survive the shame. We're honest people. My poor Joseph doesn't have to marry a girl with a child.
All right. Make it another 200 piastres. You'll get it in writing that the farm will go to you, but she'll have the right